Now for the next segment of our bulletin, On the Table. Over to you, Shuhaida.
Good evening and Salam Malaysia Madani. The 19th edition of the Malaysia International Halal Showcase, Mihas 2023, organised by the Malaysia External Trade Development Corporation (Matrade) last week, impressively achieved a remarkable 3.11 billion ringgit in sales, surpassing its initial target of 2.5 billion ringgit by an impressive 24%. Now, this outstanding performance reaffirms Mihas' position as a leading global trade platform for the halal industry, underlining its significant role in facilitating international halal commerce. Now in the studio tonight, we have Encik Remy Yaakob, Director of the Halal Food and Beverages and Agro-Based Section from Matrade. Good evening and welcome, Encik Remy.
Good evening, Shu.
All right. Now, held from 12 to 15 September 2023 at the MITEC, the Malaysian International Trade and Exhibition Centre, Mihas 2023 started to be the world's largest halal showcase. Now, before we go any further, Jeremy, can you please briefly explain to us what is Mihas?
Mihas, or known as the Malaysia International Halal Showcase, or known as Mihas, is no doubt to be the world's largest of halal trade fair in the world. And since its inception in 2004, I would say proud to say that cumulatively, Mihas has achieved a remarkable performance, whereby the total sales, the cumulative outcome of Mihas actually until edition held last week, we have achieved a total close to 25 billion in terms of worth of sales. We brought in over 5,700 buyers, as well as we have gathered around more than 10,000 exhibitors participated in the last 19th edition of Mihas. On top of that, it has been, I would say, visited by more than 480,000 visitors from across the globe, primarily trade visitors that attended Mihas. And when you talk about 2019, Mihas, the 19th edition of Mihas, basically the best ever Mihas that we held thus far, whereby we talk about, we have by far, I would say, surpassed all our targets in terms of number of sales, in terms of the total sales that we recorded, over 3 billion US from the 2.5 billion that we targeted earlier. And also in terms of number of visitors, we have also surpassed our targets of 35,000 visitors.
Okay, now being a premier halal trade event, what are your views when it comes to the strategy used to ensure that Mihas always gives its best added value to the global halal industry? Okay,
first and foremost, when you talk about halal, it's always like at the back of everyone's mind, it's always talk about the food and beverage. Yeah, it's always all over the world. That would be the always, I would say, when you talk about in terms of products. Yeah, but what Mihas trying to do for the past for quite some time is that we want to shift the mindset of halal from merely F&B to go beyond than F&B. Yeah, that is why for Mihas 2023 we have I would say outline or feature 13 I would say clusters that relate, I would say primary cluster that relates to halal. You talk about cosmetic and personal care, you talk about the I would say pharmaceutical product, you talk about the Muslim friendly I would say services, you talk about education, so on, e-commerce per se, so on and so forth, so that we would like that the sector to be expanded rather than to confine only to F&B. We want to highlight that I would say halal industry is not only confined to one particular sector, but rather that expanded across many sectors in the industry. The second part of that, through the I would say priority or the important for Matrade to continue engaging and getting more and more companies, particularly I would say, micro, small and medium enterprises to come on board and to explore overseas market. We are working closely with our partners. You talk about ranging from the other ministries, agencies, which is responsible in developing the industry, the industrial development process. We're also engaging with the state governments, as well as the private sectors, the private entities, to bring them on board, so that, for example, in the case of the ministries, in the case of agencies, in the case of I would say the state agencies, state government, for them to take part in Mihas, bringing in the MSMEs that under their I would say coordinations, for them to come on board and really give them an opportunity to explore export market. At the same time, also to give them the, I would say, awareness, get them to really like meet the foreign buyers that we brought in, so that they have a better perspective, to equip them so that they will be in future year they will be ready to I would say to explore export market.
How's the demand now? If you can explain, if you can tell further the demand of the halal industry from the global perspective.
Based from the Halal Industry Master Plan 2030. Last year, the global halal market, the spending, Muslim spending in the global halal market, valued to the tune around 2.2 trillion US dollars. And by 2030, it could reach around to over 3 trillion US dollars. It's huge. And when you talk about our export, last year alone, roughly around 60 billion ringgit Malaysia, which is, when you compare between 60 billion ringgit Malaysia in comparison to the spending, it's a huge market to tap into. And for that particular reason, that's why Mihas actually serve as a platform. Matrade considered as our flagship event, so that we will be able to bring more of MSMEs to come on board and I would say capitalize on it in order to expand their I would say their reach beyond shores. Yeah.
Now, what are the Matrade's aspirations when it comes to Mihas?
When you talk about Mihas, for the last 19 years, has established itself as a, I would say, as an ideal platform for us to champion the I would say internationalization of Malaysian halal product and services to the world, and at the same time also it has helped to position Malaysia as the global halal hub. Yeah, and we basically I would say proud to say that until now we still maintain that position to be the world's largest halal trade show in the world, and that particular with that particular stature that we have, we are aspiring, if we can bring Mihas, so-called internationalizing Mihas, so that we can bring this stature to all other parts of the world. Yeah, for example, like we could have Mihas in Japan, we could have Mihas in Saudi Arabia, so that it would offer better opportunity, a better or new opportunity, a platform for our companies to really market their product, as well as to get more and more, I would say, countries that they can come and join and really like grow together the halal industry globally.
Now, so you're just coming out of pandemic, right? How did Matrade deal with the realization of organizing Mihas during the COVID-19 pandemic?
When I would say pandemic struck in 2020, things are pretty much standstill. But at the end of the day, the negative impact of that is affect everyone, including the businesses. Nothing can be conducted, business affected, sales down, export order down, so on and so forth. So what happened that in 2021, Matrade took a brave step to organize Mihas in the virtual format, fully virtual format. And although, you know, it is pretty much something which is new to everybody, Matrade took that brave step and Alhamdulillah, we have managed to successfully organize Mihas in a fully virtual format in 2021, and because of our success, Matrade have won the World Trade Promotion Organization Award in the category of Best Use of Information Technology, whereby we be recognized for our, this is I would say awarded by the International Trade Center, an organ under the United Nations, whereby to recognize the efforts that we make to assist the MSMEs to continue or to reactivate again their export activities during the pandemic.
Congratulations. That's a big achievement thus far. Now, I'd like to further ask ask you to briefly explain more about how Matrade assists all these, MSMEs to penetrate the non-traditional markets, because they live in the suburb area. They might not be so familiar with the technology and latest gadget. So what are the strategies in doing so?
When you talk about in the halal industry, in the perspective of Matrade, we basically we have to understand that at the end of the day, the halal industry, basically, you can't run away that is concentrated on in the F&B sector. And we do have many, I would say, the MSMEs involved in the what do you call it, in the F&B sector. What in terms of strategy? Yes, Mihas will be the flagship event for us to I would say to provide them a platform for them to expand market abroad. At the same time, in the F&B sector, we do participate regularly in, I would say, iconic events, F&B events around the globe. And for example, in the case of, we regularly participate in an event, Gulf Food in Dubai, for example, in Anuga or Sayal in Europe, and also Foodex in Japan, as well as also in Australia, Fine Food Australia. This event actually serve, I would say, as an effective platform for Malaysian companies, not only to expand market in where the exhibition or the iconic events, I would say, help, but also is offer a wider opportunities to expand their markets abroad all over the world, including to those, I would say, a smaller market or to those non-traditional market. For example, if I can share that, companies that participated in some of our event, for example, in Dubai or Australia or in Europe, they even able to export to smaller countries like Maldives or Mauritius.
I see there are so many benefits that the MSMEs entrepreneurs gain from all of these strategies outlined by the Matrade. Jeremy, thank you for your time and your valuable insight. Unfortunately, we ran out of time. Thank you for tonight on the table. Now it's back to you.
Thank you, Shuhaida and Mr. Remy. That wraps up Malaysia Tonight. I'm SAHIH Samsudin with Shuhaida Arifin. Malaysia Madani, tekad perpaduan penuhi harapan. Thank you for watching and good night.